Tokyo, a city that blends the ancient with the futuristic. From bustling streets to serene temples that take you back in time, Tokyo has it all. The little kid in me is probably over the moon because Tokyo has been on my bucket list for as long as I can remember. Now I spent 7 days exploring this incredible city along with some fascinating spots on the outskirts of Tokyo. Stay tuned to find out if I'm lucky enough to catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're actually traveling to Tokyo. It's actually our first time traveling to Tokyo. My sister actually traveled to Japan before, but she went to like Nagoya. So none of us have actually been to Tokyo before, and it's going to be a really interesting trip. So at first we were talking about Switzerland. So what exactly happened to our Switzerland trip?
Sorry, I've got no money because these guys they expect me to pay for them for the whole trip. So someone maybe please sponsor him.
Today we'll be flying Zip Air, which is probably like an airline that I've never really heard about. So I don't know like what to expect, but hopefully the leg room and everything will be good. To my surprise, the legroom was quite decent. Standing at 1.7 meters, I still had enough extra space to stretch out comfortably. Now let's take a quick tour of the washroom. As expected, it's quite compact, but it has all the essential amenities, so all's good. About 2 hours after takeoff, the flight attendant served us the light meal we had pre-ordered, chicken katsu sandwich. Now on the first bite, the chicken was a bit dry and quite cold, likely because it had been refrigerated. Overall, it wasn't particularly enjoyable, but it helped to refuel my energy there as I was getting pretty hungry by then.
6 hours later.
Passengers, we have just landed at Narita International Airport. The local time is 8:35 in the morning. The temperature outside is 22 degrees Celsius, which is 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
As soon as we touched down at Narita Airport, I felt the thrill of adventure kick in. Our first mission? Navigating the ticket machines to secure our Skyliner passes to Ueno Station. With tickets in hand, we made our way to the platform, where I spotted my first Japanese vending machine, a small yet exciting moment that marked the beginning of this Tokyo journey.
First purchase of the day at Japan.
Now, one of the Skyliner's unique features is that upon arrival, the seats automatically rotate to face the direction of travel. A simple but thoughtful detail there. In about 40 minutes, this efficient train brought us smoothly from Narita Airport to Ueno Station, marking a seamless start to our Tokyo experience. Welcome to Asakusa, one of Tokyo's oldest neighborhoods, where history and tradition are still alive in every corner. Here, you're surrounded by the charm of Japan's past, from traditional shops to the street food stalls, all leading up to the famous Sensoji Temple. This is Sensoji, Tokyo's oldest and most iconic temple. The temple was originally built in the 7th century and has been a place of worship for generations. It's still one of the most popular sites in Tokyo, drawing people from all around the world. One of the most interesting parts of visiting the Sensoji temple is trying your luck with an omikuji, which are traditional Japanese fortune slips. You first shake a metal cylinder, draw out a stick with a number and match it with a drawer to get your fortune. So I decided to give it a try and I got a bad luck omikuji. Totally not surprised given that how much I've went through this year, but in Japanese culture, even a bad luck omikuji has a meaning behind. It's a reminder to stay cautious, and if you tie up at the temple, apparently you can leave that bad luck behind. Now, speaking about tradition and culture, we also visited the Hie Jinjja Shrine, located in the Asakusa district of Tokyo. It is a serene Shinto shrine with a history dating back centuries. Known for its unique urban charm, it sits surrounded by tall buildings yet preserves a sense of tranquility amidst the bustling city. One of its most striking features is the long path lined with bright red torii gates, which creates a captivating tunnel effect as we walk up the stairs towards the main shrine. This series of torii gates, reminiscent of the famous Fushimi Inari shrine in Kyoto, invites us into a sacred space and has become a popular photo spot. And speaking of different views, next up is Tokyo Skytree. Standing at over 600 meters, Tokyo Skytree is a symbol of modern Tokyo, towering over the city with incredible views. Apart from the Tokyo Skytree, we also visited Tokyo Tower, another of Tokyo's famous landmarks. Tokyo Tower, with its striking red and white design, was inspired by the Eiffel Tower and has been part of the Tokyo skyline since 1958. Although we didn't go up this time, it's still a stunning sight from below. Apologies for not doing a proper room tour yesterday. Yesterday was just so chaotic and so rushed. Shower head and a small bathtub here. I absolutely love it. Alright, over here we have me and my sister's bed. This is my sister's bed and this is my bed. It's really messy. Apologies for not doing a proper room tour yesterday because it was just super hectic yesterday. There were a lot of things that didn't go well as planned. I remember yesterday, the moment we checked into our apartment here, we actually had some issues with the digital lock. So it took us at least half an hour to figure out how to properly lock the door. Now, our accommodation was conveniently located just a 5-minute walk from Tawaramachi station on the Ginza line, making it extremely easy to travel to and from our destinations. Although some places we visited require us to change trains, the process was straightforward, and navigating the system was surprisingly smooth. After getting to understand the culture and tradition here in Tokyo, it's time for a change of pace. Just a short trip from our accommodation, about half an hour, we're here at Odaiba Seaside Park, a calm coastal escape where you can enjoy the waterfront and stunning views of the Tokyo skyline. Odaiba is known for its unique blend of attractions, a beautiful waterfront, panoramic views of the Rainbow Bridge, and quirky sights like the Statue of Liberty replica. It's amazing to have this little oasis right here in Tokyo, where you can step back and enjoy a more laid-back vibe. When you're here in Odaiba, you definitely cannot miss out the life-size Gundam statue at Diversity Tokyo Plaza. Standing at over 19 meters tall, this Gundam is a dream come true for anime fans and anyone who loves sci-fi. The detail is just incredible and it even transforms. So at certain times of the day, the Gundam changes modes, moving from unicorn mode to destroy mode, lighting up and shifting panels. It's like watching something out of the anime come to life. After exploring Odaiba, we decided to venture even further from Tokyo to experience Japan's natural beauty. About 2 hours bus ride away, we were headed towards the serene landscapes of Hakone. As we left the city, watching Tokyo's skyscraper fade in the distance, the scenery began to change. The bus ride took us through lush mountains, winding roads, and quiet villages. It felt like stepping into a whole new world. Our first stop was Lake Ashi, where we boarded a pirate ship for a scenic ride. The sky was clear and blue, but Mount Fuji remained hidden, shrouded by clouds. We could only hope it would reveal itself later. From Lake Ashi, we continued our adventure by boarding the Hakone ropeway, ready to rise even higher up the mountains. As we ascended, the view stretched out before us, and there was a sense of anticipation in the air. Everyone on board seemed to be searching the skies, hoping for a sight of Japan's most famous and iconic peak. And then, suddenly, there it was, Mount Fuji, just breaking through the clouds. The peak emerged, majestic and distant, as if appearing just for us. It was surreal to finally see it after waiting all day. Reaching the top, we stepped out into Owakudani, a place unlike anywhere else. This volcanic valley, sometimes called the Valley of Hell, was alive with the smell of sulfur and clouds of steam rising from the ground. Everywhere you looked, the earth seemed to breathe with power. Sulfur vents hissed, and the ground was stained in shades of yellow and grey.
Hi, so we're here trying to climb the pagoda to see Mount Fuji, but today it's raining, so we can't see much, and it's 400 steps from here.
Yes, you heard it right. Today we're here at Chureito Pagoda, hoping to get a glimpse of Mount Fuji. Sadly, there was no sign of it today. Despite being so close, it remained hidden behind thick clouds, refusing to make an appearance. But somehow, the atmosphere felt almost magical. The rain added a sense of tranquility there, and the pagoda stood peacefully against the rainy backdrop. While we didn't get to see the iconic Fuji view, Chureito Pagoda in the rain had a quiet beauty of its own. It reminded us that sometimes the experience isn't about the perfect photo, but about taking in the moment just as it is.
I'm very tired. Do not feed the monkeys. Now we're supposed to see Mount Fuji, but there's no Mount Fuji today, it doesn't exist. Absolutely wearing the wrong shoes today. Oh no. Oh, we're finally here. Oh, we're here. Is this the place? And we're here. The rain just got heavier. Now Mount Fuji is supposed to be right in front, but I don't see any Mount Fuji today. Oh, I'm really disappointed, but at least we managed to see the summit of it yesterday, so yeah.
Our journey then continued to Oshino Hakai, a beautiful village known for its crystal clear ponds. The ponds are surrounded by traditional thatched roof houses and lush greenery, creating a serene, almost timeless atmosphere. But much like before, we found ourselves at the mercy of the weather. The clouds hung low and once again, Mount Fuji was hidden from view. Although the weather wasn't in our favor, Oshino Hakai's tranquil beauty made the visit memorable. Sometimes it's the quiet moments that leave the deepest impression, right? Before we made our way to Lake Kawaguchiko, we made a quick pit stop at a Lawson convenience store. Just as we were about to leave, something unexpected happened. A rainbow appeared, arching across the sky. It was a brief but magical sight, almost like a parting gift from nature. While we didn't get to see Fuji that day, the rainbow felt like a rare and beautiful consolation. Welcome to Lake Kawaguchiko, one of the closest and best spots to see Mount Fuji in all its glory. As we arrived, the clouds began to drift slowly, revealing glimpses of the mountain's lower slopes and base. It was as if the clouds were playing a game of hide and seek with us. We could see some of Mount Fuji's iconic silhouette emerging, but about 80% of it was still hidden behind the clouds, keeping us in suspense. Even with most of it covered, there was something magical about watching the clouds shift, giving us brief, teasing glimpses of the mountain we'd come so far to see. That evening, we visited Kabukicho in the Shinjuku area, Tokyo's iconic entertainment district. As we wandered through the narrow streets, soaking in the lively vibe, we spotted something interesting, a small camera perched near us. Turns out, it was actually connected to a YouTube live stream. We couldn't resist pulling up the live stream on our phone and there we were, right on the screen. We definitely had a laugh at the unexpected moment of fame that we had. As night settled, we found ourselves at the iconic Shibuya crossing. The crowds moved in waves, and for a moment we were part of it, crossing the famous intersection alongside many other people. It felt so surreal to actually be here, walking across a street I'd seen so many times in videos and photos. It was one of those bucket list moments, like a simple act of crossing a street, but in a place so uniquely alive and full of energy. After soaking in the vibrant energy of Shibuya crossing, we traded the city's neon lights for the tranquility of Kamakura, a historic town just a short train ride from Tokyo. Now our first stop was the Hokokuji Temple, also known as the Bamboo Temple. Walking through its serene bamboo forest felt like stepping into another world. The towering bamboo trees swayed gently in the breeze, and the soft rustle of leaves added to the peaceful atmosphere. Next, we visited Kotoku Inn, home to the iconic Great Buddha of Kamakura. The Buddha itself was awe-inspiring, but it was definitely a popular spot, with people all around trying to capture the perfect photo. Now, even on the Inoden line, the train was bustling with travelers. One of our stops brought us to the famous slam dunk scene, a picturesque railway crossing overlooking the ocean. Despite the crowd of fellow anime fans and tourists, the view was undeniably worth it. For the last part of our journey, we ventured outside of Tokyo to a quieter town in Saitama, Kasukabe. This charming place holds a special meaning for me because it's the hometown of my favorite Japanese character, Crayon Shinchan. Everywhere we looked, the town was filled with Crayon Shinchan charm. Our first stop was the information center, where we got to see original pieces of the comic on display. It was amazing to see the real-life places that inspired locations in the show. And of course, I couldn't miss a trip to Lala Garden. Inside, there's an entire shop dedicated to Crayon Shinchan merchandise, from plushies to clothing to collector's items. They even had movie props on display, which made me feel like I was stepping into the world of the show. Visiting Kasukabe was a dream come true for a Crayon Shinchan fan like me. It's more than just a town, but it's also a place where the world of Shinchan comes to life, and I would definitely treasure this part of the trip. Looking back at the past 7 days here in Tokyo, it's been an incredible experience to finally visit so many places I've dreamed of visiting since I was young. Each spot definitely held its own unique charm, from the vibrant city streets to the serene natural landscapes. As I reflect on this journey, I realized it was a bit rushed at times. What I meant by that is I tried to squeeze in as many places as I could, but even with the fast pace, every moment was worth it. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, Tokyo gave me memories I'll cherish for a lifetime. Now this trip reminded me that travel isn't just about ticking off destinations. It's about the stories, the experience, and the emotions tied to each place. And Tokyo, it delivered all of that and more. Until next time, Japan.